Is evil real? Can you define evil without good? The world works in mysterious ways, so even if evil exists, there must be something we could learn from it, right? Even if the lesson is, don't do this, or don't be like this. Well, I was browsing Twitter recently, and I came across a tweet by this terrible account called A New Radical Centrism, which red flag already in the name. And it honestly seems malicious in its intent. The tweet I'm talking about included a quote from notorious individualist feminist Camille Paglia, which went, by externalizing and projecting evil into unjust social structures and prophesizing a paradise-like utopia via apocalyptic revolution, Marxism evades the central issue that both religion and great art boldly confront. Evil is rooted in the human heart. So first of all, no one is saying that capitalism or social structures themselves are inherently evil. People are saying that the structural elements of capitalism, meaning, the social relations, the practical, productive relations people are under in capitalism cause social harm. It's not utopian to want to improve people's lives and reduce harm to the planet by changing social relationships and by increasing democracy. But that doesn't matter to Paglia anyway, because she's a climate change denialist. It is incredibly reactionary to reduce Marxism to idealist utopianism, while Paglia idealizes human nature. If you say evil is rooted in the human heart, then you also say good is rooted from the human heart, because evil is a concept that only exists in contradiction with good. The most evil things that Paglia can think of are contradicted with the best things she can think of. History advances through conflict and struggle, the class conflict and struggle. For all the devastating and horrible events caused by imperialist war, think of all the amazing victories people have experienced in life as well. Saying that evil is rooted in the human heart is a meaningless statement that purely intends to cause pessimism and to halt human progress. Paglia is categorically a conservative. Paglia doesn't understand that most of human events and production happen in command from the dominating class of that respective society, and instead puts the responsibility of the stagnation of progress on the individual. She's ignoring the fact that the voices of the people get suppressed and punished every day for speaking out against evil. I mean, what does she think protests are? What does she think riots are? Like, what the fuck? This really makes me mad because it's so delusional. I don't know where it's coming from. It has to be disingenuous. In capitalism, where alienation is a feature and exploitation of others is a virtue, evil and antisocial behavior will of course persist, because anti-socialism increases surplus profits, which is a driving force of capitalism. So all of this confusion really inspired me to do a little further research on Paglia, and unsurprisingly, I found a lot more trash. Her earlier statements about evil are ironic because it seems like Paglia is the one who projects her own evilness into the outer world. As The Atlantic pointed out, she describes sex and nature as brutal demonic forces in her first book, Sexual Personae. Another quote from the same book is a quote that was prominently featured on the NAMBLA website. Here's a quote. These days, especially in America, boy love is not only scandalous and criminal, but somehow in bad taste. On the evening news, one sees handcuffed teachers, priests, and Boy Scout leaders hustled into police vans. Therapists call them maladjusted, emotionally immature. But beauty has its own laws, inconsistent with Christian morality. As a woman, I feel free to protest that men today are pilloried for something that was rational and honorable in Greece at the height of its civilization. Okay, so why is sex honorable but not brutal and demonic when it's with a little boy? She credits anti-pedophilia to Christian morality and advocates for liberal pagan morality. Is she serious? Like, this is the stuff that Fox News fearmongers about all day. These are the narratives that they play on Fox News every day, and she's confirming them. I'm starting to be convinced that she's disingenuous. If not, she's just a traditionalist conservative that advocates for pedophilia because the Greeks did it, is wanting to fuck young boys rooted in the heart. This is absurd and fucking appalling. I find Camille Paglia to be truly evil. There is so much more to go over, but I don't ever want to consume anything she's ever written or produced or said ever again. I really do not like this person. She is a rape apologist who dismisses Marxism and progressive theory, but glorifies Western tradition and wants to legalize child porn. Don't be like them. Fuck Camille Paglia and fuck radical centrism.